Looks like we're about to become the evil king himself, Bowser, in the forms of his own mode. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Piglet here, and I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here. We are back for some more yet again for the likes of the Merxy Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario Party 10 for the Nintendo Wii U. So in this case yesterday rather, that we did manage to able to wrap things up with the final grand finale board in the Mario Party mode in terms of Chaos Castle in particular, and today, for this point today, we're about to begin through the second main mode of this game, which appears to be Bowser Party. So even then though, this might be new for us because this is actually the coolest mode of this whole entire game, but we'll explain more details as soon as we're able to dive right in. However, here's the thing about this particular Bowser Party videos from this point. We're actually going to be able to go ahead, and as you can see, this mode has whopping 5 players, not counting 8-player gimmick from Mario Party 7, mind you, but either way, yeah, you can able to actually choose between either players Team Bowser, where you can able to take control of the Wii U gamepad, or you can able to take control of the forms of Team Mario, so that way you can able to utilize the Wii Remote on its own. However, here's the thing about this, we decided able to take turns between Team Mario and Team Bowser, so even then though, because of that, let's go for Team Mario first. So either way though, and as you can see, Bowser's already been selectable on the Wii U gamepad, and as a result that, you know, the roster is pretty much exactly the same as the Mario Party mode, except, well, the noticeable difference now that, you know, Bowser's now become playable for the first time in the Mario Party game. At least it wasn't until before Super Mario Party they're able to actually include him again, but in the forms of every single mode on that game. But in this game in particular, you only have to play as Bowser in 2 different modes, so because of that though, we'll discuss more about this until likely for the later episodes worth noting for. So yeah, unlike Mario Party mode, Bowser Party only features 3 boards, which we have Mushroom Park, Whimsical Waters, and Chaos Castle. I have no idea why they took down Haunted Trail, and especially noticeable with Airship Central, but I'm guessing the reason why being for that is because I'm pretty sure it's probably because Bowser might able to accidentally just went through those clouds during the forms of Airship Central or something, and probably attacking the actual town from the beginning portion in the Haunted Trail, so there was like, nah, let's not do those boards. So yeah, because of that though, they only have to put in with, you know, the Mushroom Park and Whimsical Waters and Chaos Castle. Seriously, those loading times took absolutely forever to load. But then again, whenever we get onto Team Bowser and vice versa, then we can able to actually just to cut out the long, lengthy load times, So anyways, let's begin Bowser Party in Mario Party 10, and as you can see on the playable roster on Team Mario department, we're about to be playing as, well, we're playing as Rosalina as player 1, and also as for our teammates, we have Daisy, Toadette, and Peach, in this case, 4 girls. Yeah, which makes it a little bit obvious because much like Mario Party 7 and Mario Party 8, and even especially noticeable with Mario Party Star Rush, and heck, even with the forms of, I would say Super Mario Party, that we can at least manage to play all 4 of those girls in journey forms of all the girl players during the forms of that time. So either way though, yeah, here's the actual main aspect of the forms of Bowser Party's gameplay style, and that appears to be kind of feels like a the similar thing from Mario Party mode, except we're actually getting away from Bowser as opposed to collecting mini-stars. However, instead of mini-stars, we're able to actually collect hearts, and in order to be able to obtain hearts with, is the fact that you have to come across into certain scenarios. Like, for instance, for example, if, since we actually got ourselves the slow 1, 2, 3 dice block, now I'm pretty sure that, some teammates, most notably Peach right here, although despite the fact that I don't think she can able to actually just to get, the hearts anytime soon, but she was gonna have to be a little bit more strategic for that part, for able to actually just be more safe from there. And then once all 4 players have their turn, then Bowser will able to decide to take his turn. And as you can see, he got himself his own dice blocks, meaning about the fact that you start things up with 4 dice blocks, and then as soon as he goes for a higher roll, you're able to actually catch up. So even then though, like for instance, since he did manage to catch up to us, and you're able to actually force to deal with the Bowser minigame. So here we go with Bowser's Wicked Wheel. So run, but don't hit the amps. So for the team of Mario, you have to simply just waggle the Wii remote. And then as for the team of Bowser, you have to be able to utilize the Wii U gamepad. For able to use the stylus, able to spin the wheel. And then just try to stop by simply tapping the screen. In fact, kind of thinking about it though, this is one of the cooler modes of the game, I have to say for this point, because not only does it have some different kind of gameplay style that we have, and it's also it's kind of new, even though since that was back in 2015, that was actually a new idea, but even then though, it still looks pretty cool though still, even after playing this for 2020 and stuff like that, mainly after 5 years of the release. So either way though, still, that is essentially a coolest mode, and as you can see on that minigame, this is one of the first ever minigames that we actually saw since E3 2014 during the actual gameplay footage and stuff. And by the way, since Bowser doesn't take that much damage with our players for that regard, what happens is the fact that as you can see on the top right corner, that Bowser's temper, or Bowser's face, is actually starting to change color. It starts off with green normally, like he was fine and everything, but as soon as when he just starts to get a little bit more, well, tempered, whenever he just somehow didn't catch up to other players, or especially noticeable with, didn't take that much hearts away from other players, what happens is the fact that his face icon turns to red, and he's actually got a little bit angrier, so as a result, yeah, I don't know if there's not much else I can say about this, honestly. However though, unlike in Mario Party mode, if you can clearly see on the top left corner, that unlike Mario Party mode, including the third mode, which we'll get into at some point during, well I would say in 2 weeks time, that this mode only allows us to carry 3 items, at least specifically for Team Mario. Oh wow, that is the most useless dice rolls we've ever come across. And as a result, I'm pretty sure Bowser will be able to catch up for that specific part. And also another change for the, whenever he just comes down in the beginning, that the music starts to alternate or different depending on what, you know, temper that Bowser he actually has. So anyways, here we go for the next minigame, Bowser's Fire Bar Fury. So in this case, we have to dodge a lot of fire bars and stuff like that, so jump with 2 to avoid the fire bars. I think this is another one of the minigames they did show off back in E3 2014. So even then though, as for the team of Mario, you have to simply just dodge the fire bars. And as for the team of Bowser, or Team Bowser, that you have to tilt the Wii U gamepad in order to be able to tilt the actual fire bar table, or just table in general. I have to be, like, I don't know. I know it's been quite a few days since we actually discussed on new things in particular. That's only because, as you can tell, that we usually have to concentrate just trying to dodge a lot of fire bars in between. Oh, jeez, that was close. And in fact, we didn't take a single hit so far. And, yeah, to be able to get some hearts back, you can either do, quite a number of things when it comes to restoring your hearts. Like, for instance, you can either land on that lucky space, as what Daisy already landed, ever since during the forms of the previous turn, that, it kind of plays out very similar to the ones in Mario Party mode, except, well, you can able to collect hearts instead of mini-stars. And, you know, if you don't get any hearts from that lucky space, then, don't worry, there are other options to get some more hearts. Mainly, as far as what Daisy already uses the, slow 1, 2, 3 dice block, we're able to immediately meet over to that, defeat the womp kind of scenarios, where you have to do is like 3 times for 3 boards, potentially speaking. So yeah, for the team of Mario, you have to simply just take that womp down before you progress. And also, you're able to actually receive 3 hearts when you're trying to deal with the final blow to that womp. So even then though, since we did manage to deal with him, or in this case Toadette managed to finish him off, then Yellow Toad will able to come out of the tower, and then he'll give us 3 more hearts. So for the sake of time, like, we've now actually got ourselves 9 hearts, and I'm presuming Daisy's got 7, Toadette got 6, and I don't know, it's been such a long while since I actually managed to play Bowser Party and stuff like that. So yeah, as far as Mushroom Park is concerned, it's still pretty short as it is. Even then, we'll discuss more about this whenever we get on to the final major points about the actual mode itself or something. So, but still a cool idea, but either way though, then again, we'll discuss more about this until in any moment's notice. Alright, so if I was assuming correctly, Bowser will still catch us up. And yet again, he'll play us another Bowser minigame. Yeah, he just almost demolishes every single part of his path. And by the way, there's no way we can able to get some more hearts during the other attractions this time around. Well, only one exception though, Sonic, but we'll explain more about it until later. Bowser's Hammer Slammer. Move away from the hammer, don't get hit. So as for the team of Mario, you have to simply just move around by simply tilting the Wii remote. And as far as Team Bowser, that he have to utilize the analog stick, and then just trying to press the A button to slam into other players. So yeah, it's standard stuff though, really. So yeah, there's not much else I can say, as I said before, but it's all likely tomorrow that Tiana and Defi are definitely going to be going back onto Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, so that way that you guys may be able to be looking forward to that particular Let's Play returning, especially noticeable how the fact that it's all likely, I would say when it comes to the forms of any circumstances for that part, like obviously today's day is of course the 17th of May today, so in this case we got about 12 more days to go until the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will be releasing, so I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this, even though Daffy has already pointed that out, ever since during the forms of, oh really? What's the point about getting once every time? Whatever, let's play another Bowser minigame. Anyways, let's see what we got this time. Bowser's Sinister Slots. Oh, this could be very deadly looking. Run away from the bullet bills. And as far as Team Bowser, as far as controlling it, he needs to simply just stop the slots depending on what characters he actually smashed the target onto. And hey, look at that, we actually ride on the train ever since in Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, because they actually borrows the environment, kind of like the similar thing for how it does in Super Mario 3D World, which I do appreciate it. But aside from all that stuff though, is the fact that I think they actually just use a casino-based kind of environment for quite a few amount of times, which I also do appreciate about that stuff. So yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and be very careful not to get hit by too many bullet bills, despite Daisy and Toadette both got out already. But luckily though, since how the fact that we still haven't got hit so far, and then as a result of that kinds of stuff though, is the fact that once these other players or of our teammates manage to go out in the actual the vehicle itself, luckily they are able to give us a helping hand so that we can able to get ourselves extra special dice blocks in between, such as of course 4, 5, 6 dice block, and also since how Toadette is going to get another item for us, and that is 1, 2, 3 dice block. Hey, look at that, we have ourselves some sort of a pattern here. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves for this point. So anyways, let's go ahead and let Peach get 4, so that way we can able to get, oh okay, thank goodness for that. So even then, we really can't afford to able to land on that, you know, that stupid backspace. By the way, some of these spaces are actually exclusive to Bowser Party, such as, of course, you know, the heart spaces, which this allows you to get some more health or hearts in between. And also, same applies to that backspaces, which sometimes usually has like an arrow that usually indicates -2 and stuff. Actually, before I get on to more on that, Bowser's Bogus Bingo. So, once you select a bingo card, the rest is up to luck. Oh boy, we have a luck-based minigame. In this case, the second luck-based minigame. But either way though, yeah, I'm quite surprised how the fact that Mario Party 10 doesn't have that much in terms of luck-based minigames. So, but either way though, that's besides the point. Alright, I'm presuming we might as well select, maybe that card down there? Yeah, we just want to be safe here. Unfortunately, Peach might actually just go ahead and just select, the dangerous card. Yeah, because it has like a combination of 3 enemies within 3 lanes in a row. So in this case, since she got a cheap, so as a result, yeah, there's nothing we can do here. So it's just all down to luck, really. Alright, so next is Boo, which, good thing that Boo doesn't show up in our cards. So, the only enemies it needs left is of course Bob-Omb and Goomba and Urchin essentially, and of course Koopa Troopas especially as well. In this case, speaking of Goomba, there it is right here, even though that doesn't do that much in our part. Yeah, which is kinda cool, kinda think about it. Okay, so let's see what Bowser's gonna go for next. Cheep has already been done, so there's no point. And the last round, even though it only contains like 5 rounds in between, so either way though, that yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure Peach might actually lost about 2 hearts. But luckily for us, that we still managed to survive for the actual minigame like this. But even then though, Peach is still in the game though, so even then though, we're able to accept that. But still kind of feels a little bit luck-based at times. But you know, you get the idea. Alright, so far so good, no damage whatsoever so far. Especially consists of how the fact that, well, yeah, that's all I can say about it. And let's see if we can able to get some more health by... Let's go and use that from now on, and let's go for 3. So that way we don't have to get like a 1 or anything, because if we get a 1, then we'll be really screwed. But, since we actually did manage to finally time our jumps properly on that blooper roundabouts thing, this also means that we can able to get some more hearts, and also bringing back Daisy and Toadette in our team. So yeah, how's that for that? So yeah, anyway, as far as whenever we get onto the, you know, the almost there kind of routine, as what Daisy is about to be get onto, and plus, I think she might actually get herself 3. Yeah, just because we need to get some more health or hearts, as far as you already know. So here we are now at home straight. So even then, our Blue Toad is going to tell us that we're almost there towards the end of the goal. And while this has been happening, is the fact that Bowser Jr. might able to actually just give a spin wheel to Bowser, which that can be summarized as 3 different catalogs, which they are adding some more Bowser Jr. spaces, adding another dice block for Bowser, and finally Big Bad Mode Bowser, which doesn't do that much aside from visual standpoint, but the ultimate difference is between Anger Bowser compared to Big Bad Mode Bowser, and that was the fact that he can able to choose the Bowser minigame for himself. So yeah, that's something that's worth mentioning by the way, so... Alright, so 2 for Toadette, which it doesn't do that good because we were able to land on Bowser Jr. space, as you guys should know. And for the second time, he'll able to give another Bowser dice block. Jeez Louise, man. So yeah, something's worth mentioning also is the fact that some of these pathways are actually now slightly different now, rather than just likely going to the exact same path as you normally do from the Mario Party mode. So, something's worth mentioning. I didn't get any single hearts. Looks like I get a feeling that Bowser might be able to catch us up at any point notice. By the ridiculous amount of numbers, 27 movements. Even though despite the fact that this board is actually super shorter and everything, so we can expect this much about the fact that we could able to give a lot of Bowser's advantages, or sometimes not. So anyways, Bowser's Roulette Rage. Run 2 segments without Bowser marks. So you have to be very cautious with that, so just in case you don't want to get hit by, you know, when it has Bowser marks in there. So yeah, that's all I can say about this, obviously, for the sake of time. Alright, so let's go ahead and just press the 2 button. And by the way, something's worth mentioning is the fact that, well, I don't know about you, but even then though, that... I forget. What's the point about saying this, Piglet, for the sake of this commentary? I have no idea why, Sonic. I have no idea why I'm truly saying this right now. But either way though, yeah, you just have to go for 3 rounds a piece, and then basically you just have to avoid a lot of Bowser marks. That's all I have to say about it. Sometimes though, whenever you're trying to play as Team Bowser, that the rules might be slightly different depending on what team you're actually selecting. But even then, I will point it out with the different rules instructions or something. So, with some exceptions, mind you, but even then, I will point it out whenever we get into it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and deal with the last round. And oh, okay. Whew. That was a little bit close right there. Even though that's so far so good for ourselves, that Daisy's still in the game, and also that we still did take that much damage. Well, it wasn't until whatever when luck happens and during at the end of the actual Team Mario's run through. So either way, though, we'll able to commence that. All right, so let's see if we can get a higher roll, which is a 6. So that's good for us. So in addition to that. Well, obviously nothing happens on that green spot, but either way, let's try to wrap things up for Team Mario. And I get a horrible feeling that we might able to go back. Yeah, we have to go back 4 spaces in order to able to actually let that happen. Oh well. At least we still got enough chances to able to actually make our way to the end though. But unfortunately though, we've run out of our special dice blocks, so... great, too. This could be bad. Especially noticeable how the fact that, well, I'm pretty sure you're able to automatically select, yep, we're able to reduce by half. Great. After all a lot of hard work that we didn't take a single hit, farewell to our hearts. Well, except for Daisy though, because sometimes Daisy doesn't seem to take away 1 heart during a board game, but only happens in a minigame, so... But regardless, thanks to Peach, that she did manage to grant herself the higher roll. And then once you reach to the end for Team Mario, you're able to actually obtain the Superstar by selecting 3 of one of the Bowser's minions in order to be able to get the Superstar back. So in this case, let's go ahead and use Dry Bones here. So that way, we're able to actually just let Peach try to deal with stomping on its head. And then that way, you would be able to achieve the Superstar itself. But if you select the wrong enemy, then you're able to actually get a knockback, and then you were able to give Bowser his second rate. So since that Team Mario has now got the Superstar, and that means Team Mario wins. And as far as Team Bowser is concerned, well, we'll explain more about this in any second. So how far is Bowser was actually in? But of course you can able to hold down the B button to be able to fast forward from there. So I don't think there's any of that much compliments to say about it. So yeah, we did manage to win after all as Team Mario. So let's take a look at the photograph quickly to see what's in here. Second win because of the forms of that well-timing jump for the actual roulette thing. So yeah, we'll meet you guys back in any seconds because we're about to be selecting a different character. Okay, jump cut later, and as well as the forms of that long, lengthy load times later, then we're actually choosing a different role this time. Which, as you can see, some of these princesses, including Toadette, has now been switched positions, or in this case the actual player selecting department, as well as from that, we can now take control of Bowser himself. And also, that Bowser Jr. is going to tell us what we're supposed to do. And also to top it off, we actually got ourselves a different vehicle this time. Which, fundamentally speaking, much like Mario Party 9, that you can able to change the different cosmetic skin changes between the actual vehicles or anything like that. However, in this game this time around, it only just simply gets like, I would say about 15 vehicles in total. So even then, rather than like, I would say 21 vehicles back in Mario Party 9. Like, you know, just try to include Bowser's Station and DK's Jungle Ruins and everything like that. Because normally we already selected the PD Piranha train from Team Mario, and now new forms of Team Bowser mode that we're going to be playing through. that it's now a toy train, which is just basically it's like a wooden toy train, and that's all there is to know it. So yeah, that's as far as I can say about it. So either way though, let's go ahead and just let the girls can do a lot of work. And seriously? They're going back onto that exactly the same space as before. Wow, what a waste of turn. Even then though, I think they're about 8 distance away from us. So yeah, now since we actually take control of Bowser, and I just really love that warning screen right there, that if you accidentally hit someone, then yeah, that's kind of hilarious to me, honestly. And since we're off by 1, but luckily Bowser Jr. managed to give us the option to either accept it or re-roll it. However, the chances are it can be a little bit luck dependent sometimes, but either way though, we'll point it out whenever we get onto the later boards in Bowser Party specifically. So now since we actually catch up to the other 4, and by the way, you can't able to actually get rid of one of the players in the team of Mario, so you always have to be like, depending on like, you know, trying to face off against with 4 players in that team. So Bowser's bad breath, so blow into the mic to breathe fire. However, here's the thing in E-forms that there's some slight differences between the E3 version, 2014 version, compared to the final release of this game. That in order to able to breathe fire, as what Sonic is trying to able to blow at it, well, I say blow it because in the final version of Mario Party 10, you have to blow your mic in order to able to deal some fire breaths. In the E3 version, it just somehow changes to the A button, so I have no idea why they managed to change all that stuff though, but it just makes it a little bit obvious for that. Whew, I'm running out of breath. I really need to get some more drink after when I'm done with the actual blowing too much. But I digress. So either way though, I've no idea why they actually decided to go for that change between the A button press compared to mic. But you know, you most likely get the point. So anyways, let's see what Peach is gonna go for. And looks like... Really? They're going back again! Okay, we're able to play another Bowser minigame then. So yeah, whenever they go back, as you already saw from Team Mario run through, that basically they have to go like forced able to play the Bowser minigame, of course. So alright, back to the same minigame again. Tap to stop the slots and attack with bullet bills. So yeah, we have ourselves a different minigame description because since we actually now take control of Bowser, this meaning about the fact that we can able to, well, tap the slots in our gamepad. Even though, unfortunately, we can't see it from there, just because the only display you can only see is on TV. So, yeah, something's worth to classify for mentioning in that. So, even then, we can able to mess around with this. So yeah, as far as I can say about it, the rules of the actual between different teams for that matter is that obviously Team Mario, the rules of the actual objective is to able to get all the way to the end before Bowser decides to demolish you, finishes and wins. And then as far as Team Bowser is concerned, well, it's up to you to able to actually demolish every single players in Team Mario. So as a result, yeah, it's kind of interesting. So either way though, that's all I can really think about it. We almost managed to able to demolish every single player, but let's see how Daisy's gonna able to actually just get a higher roll this time. Well, she did, but no one near us enough though. But anyway, let's see what Rosalina is gonna able to send their dice blocks to their team, which is 4, 5, 6 dice block. Even though it really doesn't matter for this point because, well, I'm pretty sure they are able. I'm pretty sure we are able to actually catch up to them, no problem. Like, specifically that, again, you start things off with 4 dice blocks in particular for Bowser. So I think whenever you're trying to times it by 6, because you know 6 has always been a higher number in the dice blocks department. So if you times that up until likely 4 or something like that, I'm pretty sure it's up to 24 movements wise. So either way though, that we've managed to catch up to them, and well, that's actually a pretty close shot there, Bowser, I have to say. So anyways, let's see what the next minigame we are playing through. Oh yeah, Bowser's Climb for Climb. This is by far the easiest minigame to demolish every single player. Alternatively, press ZL and ZR the number of times shown to chase the climbers. So you just have to tap it like 5 times, and then that's all you have to do here. Then again, it is super easy to able to actually just to catch up to them, assuming if depending on difficulty selection, so yeah. Anyways, let's begin. 3, 2, 1, go! And that's pretty much about it. Since they have actually got themselves 1 heart, and that reminds me, they haven't got further into it. Jeez, this is a lot shorter than it looks, compared to Team Mario. But regardless of such though, we have managed to demolish every single player in the forms of this entire main run-through for that for the sake of Mushroom Park. But you know. So yeah, Bowser now got the superstar for himself, while the Goombas managed to gather around. Whilst compared to the forms of E3 2014 Nintendo Treehouse Live version of that specific demonstration, the only noticeable difference is the fact that the players were actually onto the side of the actual winner award ceremony kind of syndrome. Now once that's been happening, it tells us how many spaces we got left. Oh, we actually got a challenge achievement. Okay, that's pretty cool though. And either way though, that's what I can say about it. No hearts increasing for some reason. Okay. I'm guessing it's probably because they got screwed over by that backspace multiple times. So yeah, that's kind of short. Anyway, so I guess we'll end things off here. So join us next weekend for more Let's Play of Mario Party 10. Is that we are still continuing things on in Bowser Party, and except this time around, we're about to be playing through the second board, which is Whimsical Waters. So yeah, we'll see you guys next weekend. Later.